let's skip here. Was working on the Mustang back here and about ready to tear that thing down. I've got all the parts and stuff for it, the fuselage, the wings and stuff, you know about that. But got something else, so we got another unboxing coming up. And this is a plane I've actually looked at for probably almost about a year and a half, and I've had mixed feelings about it. Kind of wondered, well, there's some pros and there's some cons, and then you're looking at it, it's an older model, and you know they're being built a little bit better now. Some people have had the same problems. Some people have had other issues with this plane, and then some people say it's just great. So, you know, apples and oranges. I don't know who or what to believe. I like the looks of the plane, and I like the style of it. And I think if there's any problems in the build, I'm sure I'm going to be able to probably fix them. So we'll make it right one way or another. But you guys are probably wondering what's in here, I'm sure. But I'm going to go ahead and open this thing up because I can't wait anymore. It's about 10:30 at night, and the thing's been sitting in my kitchen now since about 4:30 this afternoon. And I've been busy doing some other projects. You know, you got to get your homework done, do your homework first, and then you can play. So I had some work around the house to do and some bills to pay and some other things to do with Christmas coming. But we managed to squeeze this in just before the Christmas bells. So I'm going to go ahead and open this up and show you. Here's what we got, guys. We got the FMS B-25. I don't know why it says Stuka, but it's a B-25. It's supposed to be. Let's make sure. It's a B-25 bomber, and we got the silver one. It was on sale, a Super Saver. You know, one of those deals. If you don't buy it now, it's going to be over with. But got it for I think it was $249. $249. They regularly go for about between $319 or $299. $299 at Motion RC, and I got this one at Force RC. Force RC had their 12 days of Christmas sale, and I happened to see this on the last day that it was being offered. So let's open it up and take a look at it. I believe I ordered the silver one. That was the one that was on sale, but I wouldn't mind either way which one I got. We do have to cut some tape off on this here. The box is a little bit smaller than I thought it was going to be, considering it's supposed to be a fairly sized, a decent sized plane with a 1470 wingspan, and but it's probably not a huge fuselage on it. And the length of the box is probably the fuse and the wings. I'm going to guess. Let's see how it looks. Oh, typical. They always got this other extra shielding up here. That's kind of a good idea. Leaves an extra layer of packing up on top of the box. Oh, we got something sticking outside here. Don't want to cut anything. Well, for a change, I get to start right off with the best part. Oh, look at this. They even send you an adapter. How about that? Usually you got to buy these things. They're about $3 or $4 to buy. But yeah, I've got plenty of Dean's batteries, and I'm always having to swap one of these connectors out of one of the other planes to do that. So it's great. I like to be able to leave them in the plane if that's what I'm running most of. But we get to start right off here, I guess, with the fuselage. It's very light, extremely light. There's obviously like hardly any electronics in this thing. I'm going to guess all the weight's probably in the motors. And then we got our door down here for the gear. I don't want to pull that out of there, but it looks pretty nice. I mean, as I was saying, it's an older model, but the paint and everything and the detail looks pretty decent on it. The decals, you know, I don't know what their problem is, but they always get the decals wrong. I don't know what they think, but you know, they're supposed to be kind of level with the actual body lines. Has anybody ever noticed that? They always have the flag the wrong angle. as far as it would be scale. And you can't just pull the damn things off, either, because you take the paint off with it. But anyway, nice looking canopy, guys, or canopy, fuselage, guys. I thought there were little guys in here, but maybe they're in the box, and I've got to put them in there. But everything else, usually they show the little men and stuff already in there. I'm wondering how I'm going to get them in there if they're not in there already. That's a good question. Okay, well, we might have to look into this one a little bit. But we got the turret up here and stuff like that, and then we got our guns. I know that they have to get stuck through here. So take a look inside. Battery compartment, pretty solid, just like a block here, but hollow in the middle. Probably would be a very easy place to put a Mobius camera in there. It might look kind of cool too if I polish up the lens a little bit, because otherwise it's kind of hard to see through these things. I've tried it a couple times and it just doesn't look right. But anyway, the inside here looks pretty cool. Not real big, just about this, like they're saying, enough room for the 3700 or 3600 4-cell or three cell. This is a 3-cell twin engine. But we'll have to see what the rest of this thing looks like here. Okay, set the canopy, or the canopy. I keep calling it a canopy. I'll set the fuselage aside over here. Let's find a safe place. This is a good spot right here, I guess. Put that connector over there. I always want to make sure I don't have any tools sitting on my desk or the bench, and or underneath. Even if I got something on there, like right now, if I had a screwdriver under there and this thing's laying on there, you end up with that screwdriver on your fuselage, and that always sucks. But we've gotten better these days, and I don't do that very often anymore. Okay, we got our nacelles with our motors and landing gear. Now these are a little bit heavier. I can see where the weight's going to come from now on the plane. Once you put the battery in there, it'll be all about right. It looks very nice. Looks very nice. I have other plans here a little bit for this plane, doing some other detail work on it, and I'm going to put a little bit of red trim around here, and I might be adding some green touches to different panels of the plane, just to try and make it my own, a little bit different, a little more scale. And like I said, I was a little undecided whether I wanted the green one or the silver one. Well, poof, the silver one was there, $50 cheaper than I'd seen it, $70 cheaper than the $319 price. So for the price, I went with the silver and thought, I could add, touches of green here and there. And this nacelle is loose here, so I'm going to have to work with this too, I see. That's just something weird there. But the nose cone, the nose hair on or the cowl, cowl's loose. Okay, probably not on the other one, but it is on this one. But that's no big deal. Probably just has to go in and be seated a little bit better. It doesn't look like it's in all the way. So we work with this stuff here. I'm going to put a couple of different areas of green on it to match, and it'll be kind of mine. It'll be a cross between the silver and the green. Should look kind of neat. Set this over here. I'm a little disappointed. I'm already seeing a couple of things here I kind of don't like. But then I saw enough videos on this, and a couple of the warnings, like watch this before you buy. And some of the guys had some pretty decent points that were problems with this particular plane, and then some of them were kind of common sense. I thought maybe errors. I'm not going to make any mentions or anything, but some of their fixes, like taping the wings to the top of a plane like this. I think if I was concerned about how the wings go in, because they're supposedly pinned with screws to the carbon fiber spars, he didn't like that, so he taped over the top of that. I wouldn't want to do that to my plane. It didn't. I don't think it would look very good, and it's not really going to help it that much. I mean, what you really need to do if you want to anchor those wings in there is put some glue in there too, and if you're not going to take the thing apart, call it a day. So that's probably what I'll do if I end up with loose wings or something that I don't really feel I can trust. The cowl on this one is nice and tight, guys, like it should be, and it looks like it's all the way in and seated. So that's probably just going to be an easy fix over here for me. I just put it down there and reseat it. And we got our wing spar, one of them. There should be a couple of them, I believe. That there. And we got a couple of counter-rotating props. They're all one piece, so they're not the types that you got to screw on there. I wasn't sure that. Actually, I knew, but I was hoping it was the other kind until I bought it, and I saw, oh, that looks like the other kind of props. But So, but they seem well enough. And then we got a nose cone. A little on the flimsy side here, to be honest with you. I mean, I'd almost expect something like this from Hobby King. This could be definitely a little more sturdy. So what we're going to probably do on this one, guys, is do a little reinforcing in there, and you know, maybe some toothpicks along inside in there, kind of glued in place, and you know, some popsicle sticks, something down here. I'll figure something out. In fact, I actually have another material I've been thinking about where I would just line the inside of this and it adds stiffness to it. The top I probably wouldn't care about it. It's got some ribs there to it, but the flat plastic here has got no texture to it at all. Kind of like the Hobby King cowls you get on the Duraflies or some of their cheaper airplanes. You know, look at the Goshawk with it. You can stick your baby finger right through the nose cone if you want. You know, anyway, not liking that one. Not liking this sticker. That's going off. We're going to put a nice little pinup girl on that, both sides, obviously. Got our rudders. Rudders are not too bad here. Again, FMS seems notorious. We got to put all our control horns on again. I flippin' hate doing the control horns. And, well, at least they got the screws in there with them, so it looks like this one's pretty well together. But cute little rudders. Did I say cute? I'm sorry. It's cute little rudders. And a short little spar. Damn. Okay. I'm not going to be sorry I bought this, right? Except we're missing people. We're missing people. There's nobody back in here either. And there's supposed to be. There's supposed to be people in there, people back here. You know, nobody flying the plane. Well, get 2 pilots up front, 3, 1 up there gunning, but nobody watching the sides or the back of this flying gunship, right? Bomber? Dummies. And very light basic wings here. Foam hinges. No regular hinges. We might do something about that too. But big control surfaces here. I'm wondering how this thing's going to be probably pretty whippy. Still, all in all, the paint work and stuff, the paint on it and everything is nice. The finish is good. I don't see any damage on anything really. I mean, it looks like a very clean, well-packed model. I'm not going to complain about that at all, and I think it's going to look really great when I get it together and do my own little touches to it. I thought it's got lights, but it's only got the wing lights. And I thought it had wingtip lights on it as well. So I'm wondering if, did I get a different model here? What's up? Get a tube of glue. This is always useless. I got about 40 tubes of this. Stuff sucks. Go with foam tack, much better. Foam tack glue by Beacon. All our wiring stuff, our little splitter from Deans to 2 Deans running a parallel, and then just a bunch of other leads here for our servos and such. A lot of other things that I thought would have been kind of run through and connected, hanging out the inside. No, but the servos are in place, and the arms are the arms are on them. The wires aren't tucked in very well, but we can take care of that too. Plus, we're going to probably want to put tape over that, silver it, unless they've included that for us, which they have not. But this is our hardware. We've got a bunch of guns in here. No little men, no pilots, no other little guys at all here. So we're going to have to find out what happened to our missing crew. We'll call Force RC tomorrow and ask them if they ejected from the plane, maybe on the way here. I'm not sure. I didn't see a parachute hatch or anything on any way out of this plane, so obviously they just didn't get on board when the bus left, right? So anyway, they give you a little screwdriver, a nice little deal here, and more horns and little guns, and then of course your screw-on spinners. Replace those if you break your props and you've got to replace your props. You're supposed to replace the spinner as well because it just kind of threads onto the plastic. I think you'd probably be able to get away with putting if you've stripped it at all a little bit or something like that, you could probably put a wrap of Teflon tape around the end of that prop shaft and torque it back on there. Be good as new. At least good enough to pull this little light thing. It's not going to be a real heavy airplane. So that's it, guys, in a nutshell. The FMS B-25 bomber that I've been wanting for over a year and a half. I really thought it would be a little bit heavier duty. It's got a nice finish and stuff on it. I'm sure once it's together and everything's on it, it'd be just fine. But it does feel a little on the light side, and I'm really not happy about how thin this is. But we can do something to beef that up. I did it with the Goshawk nose, but it incorporates a little bit of some glue and stuff in there. And from what I understand, I think this thing needs an extra little bit of nose weight anyway. So reinforcing this nose might be all it takes to do that. So that's it, guys. Thanks for watching, and probably see me building this pretty soon. And the way winter's looking right now, I have no idea when I'm going to get out and fly again. It was fun with the timber the other day, though, I'll tell you that. I'm looking forward to more of that stuff. And I got the icon ready, too. So you guys have a nice week, and we'll catch you probably this weekend when I'm putting this together. I've got surgery coming up on Thursday, carpal tunnel this time. So we'll have to see how I heal. I've gotten pretty good with my left hand. We'll see what we can do. Thanks for watching. Catch you later.